Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to go over two problems related to recursion. So the first problem here we have the main function as you can see here, and inside the main function is call for what's called function 1, 0 and 4, and that's it, and then return 0. And within the function itself you'll find that it's a void function, it's not returning anything, and we have two inputs A and B, and then whatever inside here you'll find that we only have one print function, right? So finally your output is whatever is going to be printed from this function. So how we are going to start? We are going to start with the beginning, which is calling the function 1. I'm actually going to abbreviate it to fun just to be easier to write. So I will start here with fun 04 and try to see what is fun 04. What will happen when I call the function fun 04? So the first thing, if a less than or equals to b, then I will just go inside the if condition, right? So I will have the four statements there. So 0 is less than 4, yes. So in this case, I'm going inside and going to calculate m, where m here equals to a plus b over 2, which is 0 plus 4 divided by 2, which is 2, right? And then the next, I have a function of a and m minus 1. So I have here fun of a, which is 0, and then m minus 1, which is 1, right? And then next we have fun of m plus 1, which is 3, and b, which in this case 4, right? And finally print, so we are going to print m, and m in this case is 2, so I'm going to print 2, right? So once I'm done here, let's now see the call or the recall of the function, which here I have to find what is fun 01, and we have to find what is fun 3 and 4, right? So let's now find what is fun 01. So fun 01, you are going to go with the same steps again. So calculate m equals to a plus b over 2, which in this case will be 0 plus 1, which is 1, divided by 2, which is 0, because this is nth division, right? So here I have m equals to 0, and then going to find here fun of a and m minus 1. So a is 0, m minus 1 is minus 1, right? And then I have also fun m plus 1, which is 1, and b in this case is 1. And finally, we'll just print m, which here prints 0, right? So after that, we are going to try to find what is going to happen after that, right? So if you look at this function here, this particular function, you will find that when you go to the condition, this condition, you will find that this condition is satisfied if a is less than or equals to b, right? But here we have a is greater than b, so you are going to go directly to the end of the function and nothing will happen, right? So here, let me just put x. We are not going to do anything here, okay? And then what's next? Next we have the function which is fun 1 and 1. So let's try to find what is fun 1 and 1. So here fun 1 and 1, and try to find it. So again, 1 plus 1 is 2, divided by 2 is 1, so here m equals to 1. And then next we will try to find fun a, which is here 1, and then m minus 1, which here will be 0. And also we'll have fun m plus 1, which is 2, and b, which is 1. And finally, we will print m, which is 1, right? So, returning back and asking, what is fun 1 and 0? Go back there, you'll find the if condition, a must be less than or equal to b, right? Which is not the case here, so this will not do anything. Same thing for fun 2 and 1. A is greater than b, so nothing will happen, right? So we are done here actually. So fun 1 and 1, we don't have anything there except just printing 1 and that's it, right? So returning back, you will find that we are done with fun 0 minus 1 and fun 1 and 1, okay? And then let's now try to find, you will find that the only one we didn't implement until now is fun 3 and 4. So now let's go with fun 3 and 4. So fun 3 and 4, to calculate m, it's a plus b divided by 2. So it's 3 plus 4, which is 7 divided by 2. So m here equals to 3, right? Because 7 divided by 2, 3.5, but this is n division, so this is 3. And then after that, fun, remember, it's a and m minus 1. So what is a here? 3. And then m minus 1, it's 2. And also we have fun, m plus 1, which is 4, and b, which is 4. And finally, we will print m. So here, print 3. Okay, so let's ask the same question. What is fun 3 and 4? 3 and 2. So a is greater than b, so nothing will happen here because we will not go inside the if condition, right? And then fun 4 and 4. So now we want to find what is the value of fun 4 and 4. So here, fun 4 and 4. M equals to 4 plus 4 divided by 2, which is 4. And then here, fun a and m minus 1, so 4 and 3. And then fun m plus 1, which is 5, and b, which is 4. And finally print m, which here prints 4, right? And again, ask yourself, what is fun 4 and 3? Not satisfying the condition. What's fun 5 and 4? Not satisfying the condition. So now we are done with fun 4 and 4. And also with that, we are done with fun 3 and 4. And finally, we are done with fun 0 and 1. So actually, we did all the recursive calls of the same function, right? So now the only thing remaining, you have to know what is the sequence of the outputs. Because now I have to print 2, I have to print 1, I have to print 0, I have to print 3, 4, but which will come first, right? So let's write the sequence here, which is the printf. Here is going to print m, right? With every call. So let's see which call came first or which print came first, okay? So first of all, we have fun 0 and 4, okay? Let me try to find a different color so that we can track what is happening here. So starting with fun 0 and 4, we just calculate m and then a call of fun 0, 1. So your program will jump here. Okay, and then fun 0, 1 will just calculate m and then go to calculate or find the recursive function fun 0 and minus 1. It will return without anything, so it will jump to the next, which is fun 1 and 1. So now we will jump here. Until now, we didn't have any output. So after jumping here, this is fun 1 and 1. It will calculate m and then go to fun 1 and 0. It will return nothing, and then here is the first print. So 1, we will just print 1, okay? And then what's happening after printing this one, you are going actually to return back here. And your next step is just printing 0. So the next thing is just print 0. Once you are done here and here, you are going to, from here, you are going to return back here, right? So now you are going to go to fun 3 and 4. Where is fun 3 and 4? I think we have to jump over all of that, which is jumping here, right? So fun 3 and 4, just calculating m and then going to fun 3 and 2, which didn't do anything, and then fun 3 and 4, fun 4 and 4, which jumping here. Jumping here, you will find that you will have calculating 4 and then fun 4 and 3 is not giving anything, fun 5 and 4 not giving anything, and then this is the next print, right? And then after printing this, you return back here to print this, right? And then after printing this, where you have to return back with this arrow, right? So returning back with this arrow, you will just return to, let me try to do it from, I don't know where we can put our arrow, but let's jump back here to the last print actually, which is this one, which is print 5. Okay, so finally what you are going to print is 1, 0, 4, 3, 2 with the sequence here. As you can see, the first is 1, and then the second, this is the first, this is the second, which is printing 0, and then the third here, which is printing 4, and the fourth printing 3, and the fifth printing 2. And if you want to confirm that, let us run this program. So we have it here. If we go to run this program, you will find that here it is. It's 1, 0, 4, 3, and finally 2. So let's say you are having any problem using recursion and you can't get how actually the sequence is going. So there's a very nice way to do that. It's just adding some prints here, some printf functions to see actually what is happening exactly with each step, to try to track what is happening in the program itself. So how you can do this, let me get another version here of the same program. So sample. So in this version, as you can see, I added here one printf, okay, which is saying what is m1, which is the first, after modifying the first m, what is the value of m now, okay? And then before going to the first function or first call of the function, I'm writing fun1 and then trying to find what is the value of e and what is the value of m minus 1, okay? And then after that, I'm going here and trying to see now what is the value of m, because the value of m will be dependent on where you are within your jumps to call the same function, right? And finally here, I'm just adding another print, which is fun1 and try to find what's m plus 1 and b, so that I know what is the next jump, and finally printing m itself. And here, as you can see, the first m I'm printing, I'm naming it m1, the second naming it m2, the third is naming it m3, to know the sequence of the program itself, how it is going. Okay, so let me run this. So as you can see here, it started with m1 is 2, as we calculated it, and then it went to call the function m1 of 0 and 1, and then going with m1 of 0 and 1, fun1 of 0 and 1 will calculate m, and m in this case will be 0 plus 1 divided by 2, which is 0 here, and then we'll go to find what is fun 0 and minus 1, and it find that it will not get anything from there, so we return back what is m2, which is in this case 0, right? We still have m equals to 0, still with the same function, and then we'll go to calculate fun of 1 and 1, and so on. So from here, actually, you can track the sequence by adding some printfs to the recursive function. Okay, so this is a very nice way just to track everything. And from here, if you look at m3, which is the actual printf that we have in our program, it is 1, 0, and then 4, 3, 2, which is the same output that we got. So please, if you have any questions, just leave your question in the comments in this video, or just send me an email with your question. So let's go to the next question, which is relatively easy compared to this question. So here we have, again, the main function. Let me just return back to the same color here, and main. And then function 2 of 5, and then return 0. So the first call here will just call the function with n equals to 5, and inside we have a condition which is n greater than 0, And in this case, we will print whatever n, percentage dn, and then we'll open a square bracket. And then after that, we will call the function with n minus 1. And finally, we'll print n again, and then close the bracket. So if we try to start here, so the first call we have fun. Again, I'm just writing fun as an abbreviation for it. So fun of 5, we will have the following. So print percentage dn, so n here is 5, so I will just print 5. Okay, and then open a square bracket, and then after that we have the call. I'm just leaving some space because I want to put the answer under each other. So here we are calling fun n minus 1, which is 4. And then after that, we will have 5 again. And please ignore the space. I'm just putting the space to accommodate the output of the next calls, okay? And then after that, we will ask ourselves, what is fun 4, right? So fun 4 is going to be 4. Okay, so the same sequence, 4, and then going to the next step, I will just have open a square bracket and then call the function again with n minus 1, which here is 3, and then printing 4 and close the bracket. Okay, and then the next step, you are going to have fun 3, which is here, fun 3. What is fun 3? So fun 3 will be 3, and then fun 2, and then 3, then close bracket, right? And then next, what is fun 2? So fun 2 is 2, and then fun 1, and then 2, close the bracket, right? And finally, what is fun 1? It is actually 1, open the brackets. Fun 0, if you try to find where is fun 0, you'll find that actually we don't have any thing, because when you go and substitute n equals to 0, you will hit the condition, which is f 0 greater than 0. This is not right, so nothing will happen, right? So in this case, I will just try to find what is next. We will have just printing 1 and then close the bracket, right? So what you have to do now is just take, let me again put like some different color. You will take this part, plug it here, and then you will take this part, plug it here, and then you will take this part, plug it here, and then you will take this part, which is F4, plug it here, right? So you will have 5 open bracket, and then 4 open bracket, 3 open bracket, 2 open bracket, 1 open bracket, 1 close bracket, 2 close bracket, 3 close bracket, 4 close bracket, 5 close bracket, right? And if you want to see this, again, I have the program here, which is this one, and it's exactly the same function. And if we went to run it here, you'll find 5 and then bracket 4, 3, 2, and so on, and then 1 in the middle, and then continuing back until returning to 5. Okay, so this was the 2 questions that we have regarding recursion. If you have any questions, please leave the question in the comments, or email me at myousef@iestate.edu. Thank you very much.